Hi, I'm Kennedy. And then for my assignment, Anatomy of the Scene, I chose Get Out. It's directed by Jordan Peele. The scene that I chose, it basically starts out with Chris, our main character, talking to someone. He gets asked a question. What is the African American experience? And the person that asked that was actually another person of color. He was Asian. In some way, they did that on purpose because I just feel like everyone else there was white besides him and Andre, which we'll get to in a second, and then that random Asian man who doesn't really come back up anymore. I feel like they're in some weird way because it was like a breakdown of the scene overall. It was unsettling. Like, you start out immediately and it's just this eerie, unsettling music. But, like, to contradict it, there's this bright, warm, happy day that they're having. Happy conversation and everything. And it takes place outdoors, and I'm pretty sure they're having a party of some sort of celebration. So it's good, it's happy, it's fun, it's upbeat. And then Chris asks Andre, the only other black man at this place, at this function, how would he describe the African American experience? And then, so as he's talking about it, he has almost this unsettling essence about him. That's, I guess, what I was trying to say. And so as he's talking, Chris whips out his phone, takes a picture, and he uses the flash on accident. And then for some weird reason, it sets him off. And you have this close-up shot. No one else. It's just the two, Andre and Chris, close-up shot of them, and then you just see his face like switch at Chris, saying get out, get out, get out. And it's fast-paced, and he's just pushing and shoving him, and we don't know why. And again, I really want to emphasize the camera is so shaky, like, and that really, I felt, made us anticipate as the audience of like what was to come. Like I said, the music was unusually fast-paced. Like, you would expect happy, fun, slow-paced music. No, this was unsettling. This was eerie. This is something that you'd hear in a horror movie. Another thing I want to bring up, cut to the scene after it, it's Chris. He's surrounded by white people, and I feel like Jordan Peele did that on purpose. He's sitting on the couch next to his fiance, and she's holding him and stuff, consoling him. But all around him are all of the white family standing around him, creating this almost circle. They're all looking down. He's sitting on the couch. Everyone else in that room besides his fiance is standing up. That, in my opinion, cannot be a coincidence, because it almost makes you feel like, especially a lot of the people that went to go see this movie were people of color, it almost makes you feel like you need to hide. Jordan Peele did a great job. Yeah, it almost makes you feel like you're being watched by all of these white people, in the nicest way I could put it. Yes, like I said, the soundtrack was super, super fast-paced, super eerie, super unsettling, scary. And I think it wasn't the flash itself, I think it was the sound. Something in him clicked, because later on, when you find out like what actually happened, his future mother-in-law uses a lot of sound to trigger these people back into the sunken place. I feel like the camera angle's point of view is like an audience, like you're just another guest at the party that they're having. Like, I feel like that's how that was shot, until you get, obviously, like, you're not gonna be close up in these people's faces, but I think it was meant, the way it was shot was to show like maybe you're another guest at the or another guest at the party, and you're watching this unfold before you, and you're just confused. As with the point of views, especially in that cut scene after, about everyone looking down at him, like the entire camera focus is on him, but around him are all of these people looking down on him. Makes you feel watched, makes him feel watched, and it leaves you unsettled. which Jordan Peele, amazing filmmaker, did an amazing job. Yeah, back to lighting and things like that. He used a lot of warm light, a lot of warm, happy, bright lights to make you see something but hear something different. And I feel like that's the most unsettling part of it, is like you're seeing something that looks relatively normal, relatively harmless, and yet you're hearing something completely different. So I feel like that really throws you off. But overall, I think that was a great scene to dissect, because it had so many underlying meanings, so many sounds, lighting, point of views, and it was beautifully shot. So, yeah.